Hey guys, welcome to another session of RBTL. This is another update. We got the Kayron drop rate banner. This is the first time they're implementing a pity system to a non-limited hero. So as they promised, they're implementing pity 121, technically 121 pulls, and on the 121st pull, you get that hero on the banner guaranteed. Now, 120 is still pretty expensive, especially if you're free to play, and if they are releasing, banners that interest you, almost every single one, then I would still, be wary on who you should be pulling for. Now, whether I think if you, as a new player, should be pulling for Kayron or even an old player, I think it really, at the moment, if you're using for like PvE scenarios, it could be like useful for some hunts. Kind of useful for farming, although I would say Vildred is still probably the best farmer in the game right now, and then Arbiter Vildred as well. But if you don't have Kayron and you wonder if you should use him and have him, I would say my experience is I get Kayron enough from off banner, so I would check out my showcase video for Kayron. There I talk about what kind of stats you should be achieving, what kind of gear you should have, where he could be used, and I kind of demonstrate him as well, so definitely check that out. But now with this, I would definitely say, just because every banner has a pity, it still doesn't mean you should be going for them. I would say right now though, Kayron for GVG, some GVG comps can be still useful, especially if you team them up with some difficult teams. So like for example, I don't know, like Maid Chloe or Ruel with Arbiter Vildred and Kayron. It's pretty interesting team comps. It could really wreak some havoc, especially on the defense side. Kayron is still usable on the offense side as a pretty decent bait. If you guys have seen my GVG videos, I use Kayron to solo like Earth heroes. Use him for bait, kind of like how I use Sven, because of his immortality is very useful. So definitely check that out. And then we got this epic pass thing. So no more actual like events, but rather you just click on this epic pass and you can access this. To grind this, you just have to do kind of like daily stuff. It shows a chart of like what you can do to get the experience, and you need to get like level 10 to be able to unlock everything on the, let me see if I can find this. Yeah, on the left side here on this table. So the standard rewards, you need to be level 10. So yeah, you can purchase your season rank stuff with your Skystones as well. And I think a lot of people would probably opt for the skin. I myself, recalled my Sez. I don't plan to build them up anymore, but as a collector, I think because it's gonna be a limited thing, I might go for it. Now, if you are going to consider getting the 1800 stuff, like 1800 Skystones, also keep in mind that you don't just get the skin, like that's a nice to have, but you also get like everything else. You get 3 gold transmit stones if you can complete both the left side and the middle column of the table. The middle column is only unlockable if you buy the special upgrade pack. So as you can see on the table here, it's actually pretty good stuff. I would say that you are getting the values worth. I don't think anybody should be skipping it if they have the probability of to get it. 30 Covenant bookmarks for the premium reward. So all the stuff on the right here is the premium reward. It's pretty good. 3 gold transmit stones right here as well, and you get 3 more at the very end. So I mean, it's not bad. That's what, at least 1 moonlight pull, I think. 300,000 gold, 30 Covenant bookmarks. I think the Skystone plus, oh yeah, and you got a 4-star artifact ticket. That's important to know. 3-star penguin pack. If you're using that for leveling, that's really good. If you're using that for transmissioning for gold and silver transmit stones, that's also really good as well. So yeah, just I'm not telling you what to do, but definitely consider it. But I myself, like I said, I'm going for it. So yeah, this is what he looks like. He was already in the hero journal, so you could definitely see him in his skin with animations. I think he looks silly compared to Kayron, but whatever, to each their own. It's still really awesome that they put like the additional work for all the skins as 3 animations. So I think in the future, every skin will be pretty much, I think pretty worth it. They really put the work into it, so even if you don't think that the value you're getting back with the Skystone is worth it, you're really paying them for the work they put in. So I mean, it's all good in my opinion, especially if you're free to play, you can still get it with Skystone, so in-game currency. Shop, the artifact shop is changing, so just keep that in mind. Alexa's basket, still at this point one of the worst 5-star artifacts. It relies on RNG, and then what you get out of it, especially the buff is post, like after your turn, it's not that great. Celestine, I think I'm gonna try to pick up one if I can in this rotation. I never gotten Celestine, and it could be useful on some kind of Destina teams, but right now for me at least. And then the Time Matter, very niche, I would say at the moment. Can be used, but very niche. And then Iron Fan is also very weak, so I think this batch is probably one of the weakest ones we've got, like compared to the previous one. I think like everything was useful. Dust Devil is good. Tome is pretty good, especially if you have Montmorency, especially specialty changed. Very good artifact to swap around with Rod. And then Aureus as well. El's Fist is good in some circumstances, but I would say like Aureus, Dust Devil, Tome, Celestine are probably the big highlights for this one. At least that's my kind of list, my wish list there. So just keep that in mind, the dates. So we have, I think, 1 more month for this new list. This is important. Summer vacation buff event, awesome. So you can plan out, like if you're grinding daily, you can prioritize what you need to not grind, at least for the next week. So this is really good stuff. I mean, I can't wait for it, especially like the rune drop rate. I really needed that for the weekend, but I didn't know this was coming. And the hunt drop rate increase is perfect. Banshee hunts, one-shot Banshee hunts, this is perfect. So if you ever watch that one-shot Banshee hunt video I set up, definitely check that out to see if you can meet the qualifications to do it. It really speeds up your hunt, so you can get a lot of hunt materials for the time spent. And then of course, with the gold and experience increase, you can also use that, especially the gold part, use the one-shot Banshee hunt teams that you set up to also get that gold increase is really good. I think usually you get about like 33,000 gold, but I think at the end of the run, with all the buffs, including the one you pay monthly and the guild buffs, I think you get about like 44,000 or something like that, which is pretty good. They talk about like you run 10 runs, you already have 100,000 more gold, which is way better. So I mean, it's worth the time to invest in that team if you haven't. But anyways, check that out. I made a video on that one, so definitely check it out. 30% yeah. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think it just rotates. Yeah, it just rotates in a pattern here. So I keep that in mind. And then they will be the event will follow the server reset time. So wherever you are, and the times are listed there for your convenience. Also, an additional 150 energy comes to your mailbox every day. Which is excellent, especially for this event. So obviously, you know, time to grind it up. Free to play, pay to play, all this free stuff is great. So I'm gonna end this. It's very short RBTL, end this here. So yeah, so if you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.